Dear students, how are you? I'm really delighted to meet you again. It has been a long time since I conducted my last class. I'm again here to talk about English second paper, and I have already conducted 7 classes. And today I'd like to start with a new topic. Actually, I will focus on English second paper. Do you know that there are 2 segments of English second paper for the students of intermediate level? That means English second paper consists of 2 sides. One is grammar and another is composition. Grammar contains 60 marks, you know, and composition contains 40 marks. So in total we have 100 marks, and I talked about this matter in my previous classes. Actually, without wasting a single second, I'd like to start my target topic today. Today, I'm going to talk about question number 9. I'm going to talk about question number 9 of English second paper. You know that there are 12 grammatical items. Today, we will talk about question number 9. The student, question number 9, and it is a new topic. It is a new topic for you. That is, in SSC level, then grammar was not there. In SSC level, this grammar is not included, but in intermediate level, it is a very new topic for you. And that is, at question number 9, there is modifier. The students, at question number 9, there is modifier. Today I will talk about the basic conception of modifier, and in order to complete question number 9, in details, probably I will take 3 or 4 classes to make modifier crystal clear to you. Okay, so let us start modifier. At first, I'd like to give the definition of modifier. We want to know what modifier is, and in the meantime, in our college, we have already talked about modifier in our classes, and as we are heading towards the final exam, we don't have a lot of time, and that's why I'm going to repeat modifier, and I am hopeful that you will get me if you become really attentive during this live session. So let us start with the definition of modifier. Now we are going to give you the definition of modifier. If you face any kind of problem, if you have any kind of query, please write in the comment box. After the end of my class, I will try to give every answer of your question. So, dear students, let us start with the definition of modifier. What is modifier, dear students? Actually, modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause. Look at the board, dear student. Modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause. So modifier might be a word or phrase or clause. Okay. Modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause that modifies. Look at the board, my dear students. Modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause that modified a word, or you can say persuasive speech, or you can say word. Modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause that modifies a word. That means parts of speech. taking its position before or after the modified word. So, I have written the definition of modifier on the whiteboard, and you are requested to take the information of the sentence in your memory or in your mind. Dear students, modifier can be a word or phrase or clause. Dear students, modifier can be a word or phrase or clause. Okay, modifier is not only the word. Okay, modifier can be word or phrase or clause. I will give you a lot of examples, no problem. And that modifies a word or person of speech. So what is the function of modifier? The function of modifier is to modify a word. The students, the function of modifier is to modify a word. The third information in the sentence, taking its position before or after the modified word. The modifier which is going to modify the word must take its position before or after that modified word. Okay, that means in case of position, we can say that modifiers have their placement before or after the modified word. Okay, so let us repeat the topic that I have already told you. Modifier means word or phrase or clause. What is the function of modifier? The function of modifier is to modify. Okay, and what is the placement of modifier? Modifier can take its position before or after the modified word. Okay, I think you have written the example. And now I am going to implement my talkings into example. That means I am going to give you examples, and I am sure you will get what modifier is because of the examples. So, the students, now let us start with example. I'd like to give you 3 or 4 examples so that modifier can be crystal clear to you. I'm repeating, if you have any kind of query, please don't hesitate to ask us or me. Please don't hesitate to ask me. I'm there for you, and I will try to answer every question of you. Okay, look at the board. I think you have written. Now I'd like to give you examples of modifier. Example number 1. Bangladesh achieved her independence. Bangladesh achieved her independence in 1971 through a bloody war. Look at the example. Bangladesh achieved her independence in 1971 through a bloody war. The students, the first sentence, and it is better you should write the example in your answer scripts and try to have calculation with me. I'm going to write and you are requested to have your own calculation. Okay, modifier is a very mathematical grammatical item. Okay, try to learn it, try to feel it. Okay, I think it will be clear to you. I'm going to give you another example. English, the most widely used language in the world. English, the most widely used language in the world, is the only passport, to lord over the whole world. Look at please. English, the most widely used language in the world, is the only passport to lord over the whole world. Okay, this is our second example. I'd like to give you another example. Mother decided to meet the boy who ensured a great effort. Look at the board, dear students. I have written three examples. Now I'd like to calculate the three examples. Okay, let us have operation of these three examples, and if we can understand the structural elements of these sentences, I think or I'm sure that you will get what modifier is. Look at the first example. Bangladesh achieved her independence in 1971 through a bloody war. This is an example where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 words or 10 parts of speech have been used. Okay. Before explaining the examples, I'd like to give you some sorts of knowledge regarding parts of speech. You know that every parts of speech, every word of a sentence is a part of speech. Every word of a sentence is a part of speech. And you know that there are 8 kinds of parts of speech. There are 8 types or kinds of parts of speech. They are noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection. And you know that noun is a naming word, pronoun is a substituting word, verb is a doing word, adverb is a modifying word, adjective is a qualifying word. Noun is a naming word, pronoun is a substituting word, adjective is a qualifying word, verb is a doing word, adverb is a modifying word. Okay, you know what noun is, you know what pronoun is. Noun is the naming word, pronoun is the word which takes the place of a noun. My question is, what adjective is? Adjective is such a part of speech which qualifies noun or pronoun. So adjective normally pressurizes or qualifies noun or pronoun. In that sense, we can say that adjective is a qualifier or adjective is a modifier. Adjective is a modifier because it modifies noun and pronoun. The parts of speech which qualifies noun and pronoun is called adjective. If any parts of speech modifies any other parts of speech rather than noun or pronoun, is called adverb. Adverb is such a part of speech which modifies every part of speech of a sentence except noun and pronoun. Okay, there are 8 parts of speech. There are 8 types of parts of speech. Adjective qualifies noun and pronoun, and the rest of the parts of speech, that is the rest of the 6 parts of speech are modified by adverb. So, up to this part we have learned that adjective qualifies noun and pronoun, and adverb modifies all the parts of speech except noun and pronoun. Even a sentence can be modified by an adverb. An adverb can even modify a sentence. So dear students, try to take the information that I have just told you. Adjective qualifies noun and pronoun. Verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection, and even adjective. These 6 parts of speech are modified by adverb. Even an adverb can modify a sentence. Look at the board. Bangladesh achieved her independence. Independence is a noun, I'm sure. Look at the board. Independence is a noun. This noun is modified by her. This noun is modified by her. Her independence. Her is such a word which pressurizes. Her, his is such a word which pressurizes independence. So simply I can say that her is a modifier. But I don't know. Suppose we don't know what kind of parts of speech is her. But let us calculate. Independence is a noun, and this word her modifies independence. As independence is a noun, definitely this her becomes adjective, and this is a modifier. So her modifies independence, and independence is a noun. That's why we can say that it's a modifier, and this modifier is an adjective. Is it clear to you, my dear students? Her is an adjective because it modifies or qualifies noun. Okay. Bangladesh achieved her independence in 1971 through a bloody war. A bloody war. Here, war is a noun. My dear students, here war is a noun. What type of war? Bloody war. This bloody modifies or qualifies war. War is a noun, so I can say that bloody is an adjective, and this bloody has become a modifier. Even this articles are called adjective. Articles are also called adjective because articles modify noun. Articles are also modifiers because articles modify noun. Here, this article modify word. We can say that this article is also a modifier. Although actually I can say that this is not article, this is also adjective. An adjective is called article is called determiner. Dear students, articles are called determiner. There are some other determiners also. So in this example I can say were is a noun. This were is being modified by 2 parts of speech or 2 words. The first one is a, it's an adjective. The second one is bloody, it is also an adjective. Both of them are modifiers. Okay, I think you have got the first example. Now I'd like to calculate or explain the second example. English, the most widely used language in the world. The most widely language in the world. This part, is it a word? No. Is it a phrase or clause? Now we'd like to calculate the most widely used language in the world. In this part, you don't have any subject or finite verb. That's why we can say that it's a phrase. It's a phrase. What is phrase, my dear students? Phrase is a group of words. Phrase is a group of words having no subject and no finite verb in this part. And as you can see in this part there is no subject or no verb. That's why we can call it's a phrase. This phrase gives additional information about English. That's why we can say that The most widely used language in the world is also a modifier, and this modifier is not a word, it's a phrase. I told you at the beginning of my lecture that modifier can be a word or phrase or clause. Here phrase has become the modifier. Okay. English, the most widely used language in the world, is the only passport. Look at only passport. Passport is a noun. This word or this parts of speech is being modified by only. Only passport. Only qualifies, or you can say modifies, or you can say pressurizes passport. That's why I can say that only is also. That's why you can say that only is a modifier. To lord over the, here the modifies world, here whole modifies world. That's why the is a modifier, whole is a modifier. Okay, and the modified word is world. Third example, mother decided to meet the boy. Mother decided to meet the boy. Look at, mother decided to meet the boy. Here the qualifies boy. The is an article, but it has articles are always called adjective. Here the modifies boy. That's why the is a modifier. Look at, who ensured a great effort. Is it a phrase or is it a clause? Dear students, look at, who ensured a great effort. In this part we have got a tense, we have got a subject and finite verb. I talked about finite verb in my previous classes. In this part we have got a tense, that means we have got a subject and finite verb. That's why we can say that it's a clause. And this clause modifies boy. This clause modifies boy. That's why you can say that this clause is also a modifier. Dear students, I don't know whether you are going to understand me or not, but I am giving my level best. In the meantime, I have tried my utmost to give you what should I say? To give you a clear-cut information about modifier. I have tried my best to give you, to make you understand the definition of modifier. I am going to repeat. Modifier is a word or phrase or clause. Modifier can be a word or phrase or clause, and the main task or function of modifier is to modify a word. Okay? And in order to modify the word, it takes its position before or after the modified word. Up to this part, I am sure you have got the definition of modifier. Now, I'd like to talk about the classification of modifier. Modifier is classified into two types. That means modifiers are of two types. My dear students, modifiers are of two types according to their placement or position. Modifiers are of two types according to their position or placement. Look at here, her is a modifier, and in order to modify the word independence, or in order to modify the word this noun independence, it has taken its position before that noun. In terms of the placement of modifier, there are two types of modifier. One is called pre-modifier, another is called post-modifiers. Look at my dear students. You can write in your scripts. Classification of modifier or modifiers. Modifiers are of two types. Modifiers are of two types. Look at my dear student. Modifiers are of two types. Number one, pre-modifier. Number two, post-modifier. Number one, pre-modifier. Number two, post-modifier. Number one, pre-modifier. Number two, post-modifier. Okay. This classification is done according to the placement of modifier. Here, look at, I have a question, whether her is a pre-modifier or post-modifier. Dear students, what do you think, whether this her is a pre-modifier or post-modifier? This her has taken its position before this word. That's why we can say that her is a pre-modifier. Okay. Is there any post-modifier in this sentence? I think there is no post-modifier in this sentence. I'd like to give another example. Bangladesh a darling child of nature. Bangladesh, a darling child of nature is considered by world communities as a country of all look at please. I think you have written the classification of modifier. Dear students, I am going to rub the board. I am going to rub the board. Bangladesh, a darling child of nature, is considered by world communities as a country of all possibilities. Bangladesh, a darling child of nature. Look at, this is a phrase. A darling child of nature is a phrase because it's a group of words having no subject and no finite verb. Okay, it's a phrase because it has a group of words without any subject and finite verb. In this sense, it's a phrase, and this phrase is about Bangladesh. This phrase is about Bangladesh, or you can say, in other words, we can say this phrase pressurizes or modifies the noun Bangladesh. And what do you think? Is it a pre-modifier or post-modifier? Dear students, what do you think? Is it a pre-modifier or post-modifier? This phrase has taken its position after the modified word Bangladesh. That's why we can say that it's a post-modifier. Okay. So dear students, modifier is a word or phrase or clause. Modifier can be either, modifiers are of two types. One is pre-modifier, other is post-modifier. If the word or phrase or clause takes its position before the modified word, it would be pre-modifier. If the word or phrase or clause takes its position after the modified word, we will call it post-modifier. And here, world communities, here the world modifies communities. That's why you can say world is also a modifier. It's a pre-modifier. It's a pre-modifier. A is a pre-modifier because it's article. You can say A is the article. You can say A is a determiner. You can say A is an adjective. All modifies possibilities. Possibilities is a noun. That's why we can say all is an adjective. It's a pre-modifier. Up to this part, I can hope that you have understood modifier. You have got a basic conception about modifier. Up to this part, we have been able to confirm. Or complete the definition of modifier and the classification of modifier. Okay, I'm going to repeat. Modifier is a word or phrase or clause. According to placement, there are two types of modifiers. One is pre-modifier, another is post-modifier. Now, our main target. Now I am going to teach you the question pattern. How question is given in modifier. Look at our main target right now is to give you the conception of question pattern. How the question of modifier is given in your question paper. Let us start. Okay. Suppose I'm going to write Mr. Okay, Mahi has completed I have used A in the bracket. That means this is the first question of modifier. At question number 9 in the question paper, you are given a passage. In this passage, there are 10 questions given. Question A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. This is the first question of the passage. After this, question number A, there must be a dash. And after this dash, we are going to start with first bracket. And in this first bracket, one direction is given. Means in the bracket, one direction is given, and in the direction, you will be told to modify something. Okay, you will be told to modify a word, and with what or which device you should modify is also written there. I'm going to write, it will be crystal clear to you. Suppose Mahi has completed pre-modify the noun with Mahi has completed dash pre-modify the noun with possessive. Mahi has completed dash assignment. Look at the board, dear student. Sorry. Mahi has completed dash assignment. The main sentence is Mahi has completed dash assignment. We are told that in the question, pre-modify the noun. Pre-modify the noun means after this dash, definitely there is a noun. What is the noun here? The noun is assignment. You have to modify this noun with possessive. My question is, what possessive is? We will learn. Our main topic of target will be to talk about different grammatical device, including possessive. pre-modify the noun. That means you have to modify assignment. You have to modify the noun assignment with possessive. What is possessive? What kind of parts of speech is possessive? I'm sure some of you have got possessive is an adjective. Possessive is an adjective. How can we say that possessive is an adjective? The students, how can we say that possessive is an adjective? Definitely we can, because some 10 minutes before I told you that adjective modifies noun and pronoun. Adjective modifies noun and pronoun. We have been asked to pre-modify the noun. Noun is modified only by adjective. Noun is modified only by adjective. Be careful. As noun is modified only by adjective, we can say that possessive is an adjective. And what is possessive? You know that every pronoun has three forms. Their nominative form, objective form, and possessive form. I is the subjective form, me is the objective form, my is the possessive form. He is the subjective form, him is the objective form, his is the possessive form. What is the possessive form of Mahi? Can I say Mahi has completed his assignment? Mahi has completed his assignment. Here his is a possessive, this his modifies assignment. Here his modifies assignment. Assignment is a noun. That's why we can say his is an adjective and his is a possessive. In your answer scripts, you have to write only the question and the answer. You need nothing to write except the answer. Okay. You have to write the answer only, nothing else. What is the answer? His. His is a possessive. This is modifies assignment. So dear students, up to this part, I'm sure you have got the definition of modifier. You have understood the definition of modifier. You have got the classification of modifier, and you have got the question paper. You have got some sort of knowledge about the question pattern. Should I give you another example? I think I should. I'm going to give you another example. We are cutting down trees. Suppose this is question number B. We are cutting down trees. This is question number B. Post modify the verb. We are cutting down trees. What is the demand of the question? Post modify the verb. Definitely the verb has been used before this question number B. And what is the verb of the sentence? Cutting. We are cutting down trees. Post modify the verb. We have been told, or we have been asked to post modify the verb. And I have already told you, only adverb can modify adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Post modify the verb means we have to modify the word verb, and in order to modify the word verb, we must have to use modifier, and this modifier must be adverb, because a verb can be modified only by adverb. So what should be the answer? We are cutting down trees dash. You have to use an adverb here. this adverb will modify cutting. Okay. If anybody writes, suppose you are writing in the answer scripts of your examination, this is question number B. Someone is writing, we are cutting down trees. Unconsciously. It's a good answer. If anybody says, recklessly, the answer is correct. If anybody writes, unwisely, if anybody writes, randomly, all are correct. Unconsciously, recklessly, unwisely, randomly, all are adverb. All modify cutting. This is pre-modifier or post-modifier? This is post-modifier. So, my dear students, I think you have got the definition of modifier, you have got the classification of modifier, and you have understood the question pattern. Okay, and I am going to tell you again, please write the answer only, nothing else. Write the answer. Okay, and now I am going to tell you the most important question of today's lecture. What should we do? What should we do to get 5 out of 5 in modifier? If the question is given, post modify the verb, if the question is like post modify the verb with adverbial phrase, if the question is post modify the verb with adverbial phrase, are these options correct? Are these options correct? I don't think so. You are told to use adverbial phrase, not the adverb now. Okay, now you have to learn adverbial phrase. Okay, our main focus in order to complete modifier will be on different grammatical items. If you are told, suppose you are going to get a question, pre-modify the noun with possessive, that means you have to learn possessive. If there is pre-modify the noun with noun adjective, you have to learn noun adjective. If there is question, pre-modify the noun with quantifier. There is a question, suppose pre-modify the noun with quantifier, that means you have to use quantifier. Pre-modify the noun with quantifier, that means quantifier is an adjective, but you have to know which adjective is called quantifier. Now I am going to give you a list of different modifiers or different grammatical devices under pre-modifier and post-modifier. We have to learn adjective, we have to learn noun adjective, quantifier, demonstrative, determiner. I am going to give you a list of these devices. Dear students, please write them down. They will be really effective. Actually, I am going to give you those grammatical devices which are frequently used in the question modifier. Under pre-modifier, we have to learn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Under pre-modifier, we have to write 11 grammatical device. Number 1. Adjective. Adjective modifies noun and pronoun. Dear students, adjective modifies noun and pronoun. We have to learn Noun adjective. Noun adjective is also an adjective. All noun adjectives are adjectives, but all adjectives are not noun adjectives. Very complicated line. I am going to repeat. All noun adjectives are adjectives, but all adjectives are not noun adjective. I promise I will definitely clarify it in the coming classes. So what is our first target under pre-modifier? We have to learn adjective. You know them. You know what adjective is. I know everybody knows about adjective. We have to learn noun adjective. Number 3, we have to learn quantifier. Quantifier is also an adjective. Quantifier is also an adjective because it modifies noun. Then comes demonstrative. Demonstrative. Demonstrative is also an adjective because it modifies noun. So you can say that most of the time adjective is used as modifier. Most of the time, not all the time. And adjective has different names. Suppose noun adjective, quantifier, demonstrative. These are different names of adjective. Be careful. Quantifier, demonstrative. I can say possessive. Number 6. Determiner. Adjective, noun adjective, quantifier, demonstrative, possessive, determiner. Determiner is also an adjective because it modifies noun. Possessive is an adjective, it modifies noun. Demonstrative adjective, quantifier is adjective, noun adjective, adjective is also adjective. Okay. Number 7. Compound. Number 8. Intensifier. Number 9. Adverb. Number 10. Participle. Number 11. Phrase. We have to learn this 11 grammatical devices. Okay. These all are used as pre-modifier because these grammatical devices are used before the modified words. These grammatical devices are used before the modified word or words, you can say. Okay. Adjective, noun adjective, quantifier, demonstrative, possessive, determiners, all are adjective because these 6 always modify noun. Compound, in modifier part, I can say that compound is also an adjective because it also modifies noun. Intensifier is not an adjective. Intensifier is one kind of adverb. But all intensifiers are adverbs, but all adverbs are not intensifier. I am creating problems by uttering these words, by uttering these complicated sentences, but I have told you that I will clarify all the topics in a very easy way, or you can say easily. Intensifier is an adverb. Adverb is normally adverb. Participle is adjective. In order to complete participle, I will take a lot of time, but not today, in my upcoming classes. Then phrase. Phrase is very important because in modifier you need phrase. In order to answer questions of modifier, you have to learn phrase. in question number 3, at question number 3 of English second paper, phrases are important. At question number 4, phrases are important because you have to complete the sentences with suitable phrases or words. Okay, phrase is really important. Okay, these 11 grammatical items or devices are needed by us. Okay, I think you have written. Now I'd like to talk about the important grammatical devices needed for post-modifier. Under post-modifier, we have to learn appositive. We have to learn appositive. Number 2, we have to learn relative clause. We have to learn adverb. Adverb is used both as pre-modifier and post-modifier. That means adverb can be either pre-modifier or post-modifier. Participle, phase. Three topics or terms are common: adverb, participle, phrase. Adverb, participle, phrase. These 3. They can be both pre-modifier and post-modifier. So, dear students, look at the board. We have to learn all these, not only to get 5 out of 5 in modifier, but also to get but also to strengthen our grammatical basement. And if you can understand, and if you can really understand these grammatical devices, I'm sure your grammatical basement will flourish intensely. Okay, so dear students, today I would like to talk something more about pre-modifier. I will talk about adjective and noun-adjective today, and after talking about adjective and noun-adjective, I will come to an end regarding today's lecture. In my next lecture, I will start with quantifier, then demonstrative, then possessive. I will talk about one by one, and your responsibility will be to write down in your answer scripts. Your responsibility will be to write down in your answer scripts. And if you face any kind of problem, please, there is an option for you. Write in the comment box. I will be definitely there for you. Okay. So, dear students, let us learn pre-modifier. Okay. Today I will complete adjective and noun-adjective. Look at. I think you have written. Okay, dear students, I am going to rub the board. So, the first one, adjective. I have already told you that adjective qualifies a noun or pronoun. Okay, adjective qualifies a noun or pronoun, and you are given 10 questions in modifier part, and definitely 2 or 3 questions will be from adjective. Definitely, you know adjective. I don't want to repeat. You know adjective. I just want to give you 1 or 2 examples so that the question pattern becomes more clear. Suppose and what should I write? Premodify the noun. And dash student, and dash student prepares his lessons timely. Look at, and dash student, pre-modify the noun. Pre-modify the noun. Here the noun is student. You have to modify the noun student, and you know that you did adjective because only adjective can modify noun. So you have to use an adjective here, but look at the word and. You must have to use such adjective starting with vowel sound. What should be the answer? Write down in the comment box, dear students. What should be the answer? Here you can have a lot of answers. Here you can have a lot of answers. Okay, write down please. I will check whether your answer is correct or not. And dash student. Okay. Can I say an ideal student? Can I say ideal? Yes. Anything else? Try to use an adjective starting with vowel sound. Okay. An ideal student. Anything else? You can say an attentive student. Okay. But start with vowel sound. Okay. If you are asked to use adjective as premodifier, only the question will be premodify the noun. Only the question will be premodify the noun. Because if you are asked to premodify the noun, just keep it in mind that only now adjective is there to modify noun. Is it clear to you? I think you have got the first one, adjective. Definitely you will get 2 or 3 questions. I'd like to share something with you. If you are told to premodify the noun, you can use adjective, you can use noun adjective, you can use determiner, you can use possessive, you can use quantifier, you can use demonstrative, because all are adjective. Okay, all are adjectives, because all are adjectives. Adjective, noun adjective, quantifier, demonstrative, possessive, all are adjectives. You have been told to premodify the noun, but here is no limitation that you are allowed to use any kind of particular adjective. You can use any other adjective, no problem. But if you are told premodify the noun with demonstrative, only demonstrative should be used. Premodify noun, blah 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 blah. If the sentence is premodify the noun, any type of adjective can be used. Okay. So dear students, you have got it. I am going to give you another example. Please write your answer in the comment box. I want to have your active participation. Active participation of students always encourages teachers. Okay, active participation of the students always encourages the teachers. Okay, so please write your answer in the comment box. Suppose this is question number J. This is question number J. After J, a dash must be used. Then the first bracket, in the first bracket direction is given. What is the question? I have already told you. If you are asked to use adjective, only adjective, the direction should be premodify the noun. wet, and dash step should be taken immediately. And dash step, look at the word and, okay, look at the sentence, and dash step should be taken immediately. What should we write? This is question number J. You have to write J only. Who can tell me the answer? Actually, I can't hear you, but I will have a close look to your answer after this class. Can I say? An effective step, can I say? Okay, you can write any other adjective starting with vowel sound, okay? Okay, I think all of you have written the answer in the comment box. I don't want to talk anymore. I don't want to talk anymore about adjective. Now I'd like to talk about noun adjective. And noun adjective, after talking about noun adjective, I will come to an end regarding today's lecture. So, noun adjective is our final topic of discussion for today. Okay. Noun adjective. My question is, what is the difference between noun adjective? What is the difference between adjective and noun adjective? Look at this. Some 10 or 15 minutes ago, I provided you with a complicated sentence. All noun adjectives are adjectives, but all adjectives are not noun adjectives. Look at. There is only one formula. There is only one formula by which you can create noun adjective. For example, suppose in a sentence you have got noun, and after noun there is another noun. Noun plus noun. If you get two nouns, okay, if you get two nouns used one after another, the second noun remains noun, the first noun becomes adjective. The first noun becomes adjective, and this adjective is called noun adjective. Okay, I think I should give an example. A college student is a vital unit of our education system. A college student is a vital unit of our education system. Dear students, a college student, what do you think? Student is a noun? Is the student a noun or not? Definitely it's a noun. What do you think about college? Is college a noun or any other person speaks? Definitely college is also a noun. College student. College is a noun as well as student is a noun, but this college pressurizes student. What type of student? College student. This college has become adjective, and this adjective is called noun adjective. Be careful. if you are told to write an answer with noun adjective, please use a pure noun. Just use a pure noun before another noun. The first noun will be called noun adjective. If you use pure adjective, your answer will be incorrect. Okay? A college student. Look at this one. Education system. Education system. Education is a noun. System is a noun. So I can say that education is a noun adjective. Education is a noun adjective. Clear to you? So if you want to create noun adjective, you have to place a noun before another noun. And the first noun will be called noun adjective. I am going to give you an example and you are requested to write the answer in the comment box. Okay? So, if you want to create noun adjective, you must have to put a noun before another noun. The previous noun or the first noun will work as a noun adjective. Okay? Look at. Our existing government has taken a lot of, suppose this is question number C dash first bracket. As it is premodifier, as noun adjective is a premodifier, you have to use premodify. Premodify the noun. If you write premodify the noun, if the sentence is completed here, you are not told to use any kind of noun adjective. You can use any kind of adjective for this, but if the bracket is not closed here, you should write premodify the noun with our existing government has taken a lot of dash steps against COVID-19. Look at the student. Pre-modify the noun with noun adjective. Pre-modify the noun. So what is the noun that you are going to modify? You are going to modify step. And if you want to modify step, you must have to use a noun adjective. Pre-modify the noun with noun adjective, or you can say a noun adjective. Okay. What should be the answer? Write down. No answer is correct if you use pure adjective. Just use a noun here, and this noun must modify steps. So what should be the answer? Okay, I'm going to write an answer for you. Can I say? Our existing government has taken a lot of development steps against COVID-19. Suppose this development is a noun, this steps is a noun. That's why development has become noun adjective. You can use you can use every answer. Every answer is correct. Every answer is correct if the answer is a pure noun. Okay. So up to this part, you have come to know about noun adjective. I'm going to repeat. Noun adjective modifies a noun, and this noun adjective takes its position before that or this modified word. That means the noun. So dear students, up to this part, we have talked about noun. we have talked about adjective and noun adjective. Okay, and time has come to come to an end regarding today's lecture. But before leaving, before stopping our class for today, I'd like to summarize. About what I have taught you today. I started with the definition of modifier. And I told you that a modifier can be a word or phrase or clause. The main function of a modifier is to modify. Modifier can be either pre-modifier or post-modifier. And under pre-modifier, okay, before starting pre-modifier and post-modifier, I tried my level best to clarify. Question pattern of modifier, and I can hope that you have understood the question pattern. And after talking about the question pattern, I give you a list of the devices or grammatical items under pre-modifier. There are 11 grammatical devices or items there: adjectives, adjective, noun adjective, quantifier, demonstrative, possessive, determiner, compound, intensifier, participle, phrase, adverb. There are 5 grammatical items or devices under post-modifier. They are appositive, relative clause, adverb, participle, and phrase. Dear students, this is all for today from my side. I'd like to thank you for staying with me. And I'd like to thank you for your active participation in the classroom activities, or you can say in my live class. I'm willing to give you some more classes on both English first paper and second paper. And I'm going to end for today. Thank you for being with me. I'd like to invite you to my next lecture that will be held most probably on Sunday. So this is all for today. Thank you for being with me. I'd like to invite you to my next lecture that will be held probably on Sunday. And on Sunday, I will talk about modifier 2. That means I will start with quantifier. So, thank you. Goodbye.